tennis being a send and receive sport. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, we basically have to send the ball, so we hit the ball, and then we receive it from an opponent. So, a lot of the time as coaches, and I've done this in the past as well, I've focused so heavily on the sending side of the game, and haven't focused enough on the receiving side of the game. And what we have to sort of understand is that the outgoing ball that we hit is directly affected by the incoming ball that is hit from our opponent. So what the incoming ball does determines what we can do or can't do. So things like perceptual based drills, tracking based drills, understanding what the opponent is doing to then understand what we need to do back is very critical in the design of your session plans. So I think I'm guilty of it in the past of not spending enough time on the receive element, whether that be what to do when the opponent's, on the back foot, front foot, in neutral position, when they're on stretch. That allows us to be in position a lot quicker if we understand what the incoming ball is actually doing. So I think that if we can take something from the understanding, it's that we have to practice the receiving side. Now, if we think about how much time the ball spends on our racket, it's probably about 0.34 of a second, and how much time it spends in the air to go to the other end of the court is about 1 second, say approximate figures. And when the opponent hits it back to us, it's another 1 second. So the ball's in the air for 2 seconds, and we're not impacting that ball, and we're only impacting it for like 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 a second, whatever it is, in terms of numbers. So we're focusing so hard on that small element when there's a whole other element that we're not looking at. And I think if we can get better at teaching the receiving side of it, then the sending side of it becomes a lot easier, because we have better position, more options. We get to the ball a lot easier. With the tracking, we can have such better fundamentals of our strokes if we are in position for our ball. So, I wanted to really focus in today's reflection, because I've just had a session and we did a lot of work on the player's perception and reading the incoming ball to determine what the outgoing ball is.